Southern Playalistic. Just listening to that Southern Playalistic Cadillac funky music. Oh, damn. Damn, the car fucked up. Police diverted traffic off La Plaza. I'm always a little nervous, really, just when I see police cars, period. Blue lights and shit. You know, just as a black person, as a black male. No, excuse me, as a Moorish, indigenous, original American, Aboriginal person. I gotta get my nationality right? As a citizen of the planet, with melanin, let's be exact. As a person with melanin, I'm a little nervous. Yeah, I'm gonna stop in here actually. I'm a little nervous when I see the blue lights, cause I know that shit could just, subconsciously, I know that shit could go either way, anyway. Who the fuck knows what bag of tricks that I get dealing with whomever I might deal with. And I mean, I'm the most positive, got the best attitude ever, you know what I mean? And for whatever reason, not make it alive due to some exchange, not make it out alive due to some exchange with the police. And you can see how and why that happened, because I'm not the one with the gun on my hip, and the laws and the courts backing me and all of that. Anyway, I digress. The point of this message is to highlight the difference in how Mexicans and Hispanics are moving. Now, I can't speak for everybody. I'm just, every city and every borough and town across America, but I can speak to my city in Charlotte and what I've observed traveling in other places. And shout out to the Hispanics and my coworkers, and I met with some coworkers last night. I'm like the only one who speaks English fluently, and you know, whatever out of this set of coworkers. It was about, how many coworkers? 1, 2, I'd say more than 5, less than 10. And then at the party total, it was about 20 to 25 people. It was a house party, you know what I mean? Just hanging out, listening to bachata and a bunch of, Spanish shit I don't even know. I'm gonna just be honest. I just fake it and hang out and have a good time. I mean, I fuck with them, you know what I mean? But I don't speak the language. I don't know the music. I don't know the culture. And I mean, okay, so some of these women were Dominican. Clearly, they kept saying that and saying you need to come to the Dominican Republic, yada yada yada. But side note, some of these women is pretty as hell, like, and by all intents and purposes, they black. I mean, they just don't identify with being black or American. Black is a made-up term that, it's just some shit that America uses. So America and like Europe, the blacks in Europe, that's why they call you, the politicians be calling you the blacks too. That's semantics, getting into the definition of black and how they use it legally here in America, and why we continuously getting our ass kicked. It's because they calling you black, which means you don't even really fucking exist. But anyway, as a people, as a nation. But anyway, it means black means your property, in a legal sense. When the police call on the radio and be like, yeah, it's a black male, and the citizen, that mean they can do what the fuck they want to do. Anyway, let me stop digressing. The point, 444, I just saw that. That's how long this video's been already, and I ain't saying shit. And we ain't even had breakfast yet. Can I get a hello there? Y'all know Ralph Smart? Infinite Waters. If you do, you'll get that reference. If not, that shit'll just be some weird shit that I just did. But yeah, man. I just wanted to give a shout out to the Hispanics, man, because I really see and respect and acknowledge how they moving, bro. And I just want to highlight some differences in how they moving and how black people moving, and how in the way that they moving, that shit is working for them. You know what I'm saying? And that shit it's working long term. Like, you can already see it. You know what I mean? And one, they're united. Now, are there Hispanic gangs that rival? Is there brown on brown crime and all that shit? Yeah. It's not promoted the way black on black crime is, but also I don't know. I don't live in a brown quote unquote neighborhood or Mexican Hispanic neighborhood. I really don't know what their issues are on that bottom level and what they're going through. And I lived in LA. I had some brown on brown out there, but I mean, that's gang shit. Gangs is gangs out there. It is what it is. I mean, black on black, brown on brown, brown on black, black on brown, and I guess a few of the white gangs, if they want that action too. I don't know where the fuck they are. They're somewhere where the white gangs hang out, on the outskirts of some shit. They probably a problem in the force too, you know, Hells Angels and all that, you know, they got all them biker gangs and shit. They got a reputation. I don't know where the fuck the Aryan Nation and shit hang out, maybe in the jails or wherever the fuck they cook out and barbecue. The motherfuckers are never really out on the street as themselves, until they want to, you know, whatever they want to do, let themselves be known. And that's probably smart, you know what I mean, because they're doctors and lawyers and judges and white trash and all of that, police officers all together, you know what I mean? United in Aryanness. Anyway, yeah, what I see with the difference in, for all intents and purposes, I'm gonna just call them the Browns, and then I'm gonna call the Moorish Aboriginal Americans the blacks. So we got the natives and the I mean, we're all kind of natives in America. It's hard to know who and what belongs most and whatever. I mean, we know we first, and we know y'all come from us and all of that kind of shit. We know that you all are basically a branch of the tree that migrated, you know, when the tectonic plates shifted and and South America broke off of Africa, you know. It's the same tribes and tribalism, a lot of the same cultures and customs, and even dress and everything is the same amongst those kind of like African tribes and American tribes, Central and South American tribes, traditionally. Anyway, let me stop digressing, but you know, these are teaching moments. I got to teach when I get on this motherfucker and start talking. A lot goes to my head. I be trying to get out, you know what I mean? But let me, like I said, the point of this video was to highlight some differences in how Hispanics are moving and blacks are moving. Hispanics are quietly becoming the American middle class, the backbone of American middle class society, the working class, etc. Now, I mean, yes, our working class whites and poor whites, working class, yes, and black people, yes. But what I'm saying is, when you look around and you see these skilled trade jobs, they're starting to be more and more Hispanic dominated, where traditionally they were black dominated. And black people, you know, for various reasons, either got pushed out, had land and businesses taken from them, you know, black farmers, et cetera, et cetera. I mean, I know this is a complex conversation that I'm simplifying, and I don't want to be at risk of oversimplifying, but yeah, Hispanics quietly becoming the backbone of America, the working class. When you see who's doing the building, who's doing the construction, Who's doing the skills and trades, the plumbing, the this and the that? Who do you see? Who are you starting to see more and more? Doing the landscaping? Who are you seeing, and who you starting to see more and more? Doing the farming, what's left of the farming industry. By all it means now, you're just really an employee of Monsanto, an independent contractor of Monsanto and others, you know. It's not real farming at this, because you don't really control the land anymore. You don't control your seed. But anyway, I keep digressing. But, you know, I got to stick this shit in here because niggas got to know. Motherfuckers got to, well, niggas ain't watching this. You know, motherfuckers got to know. I hope niggas is watching this, actually, because this is, listen up, niggas. This is a good point for you niggas to discuss and ponder over and debate over and you know, pontificate to your fellow niggas and put them up on some game. Yeah, Mexicans are becoming, and Hispanics becoming the working middle class. They coming in, they got their head down. Now, granted, they don't have the same, they ain't working with the same issues and traumas and things that black people are and have been, and they don't have the same history with this country and with this government. They ain't been public enemy number one the way that black folk have been and are. You know what I mean? So it's not an apples to oranges comparison. I mean, it's not an apples to apples comparison. Maybe it's apples to oranges or apples to bananas or pears or some shit, but it's not apples to apples, you know. They ain't dealing with the same trauma and stress, and they ain't getting gunned down and all that at the same rate. You don't just scroll through social media and seeing Mexicans getting beat the fuck up by police the way you see black people constantly getting beat the fuck up, you know what I mean, or shot or worse or whatever. But to their credit, they coming in, you know, and white people don't fuck with them, besides, you know, the Hispanics that want to be white and assimilate white. And we know who those are, you know what I mean? You go to LA, you definitely see that. You just basically white people with a Hispanic last name. I don't know, you know, they married into some shit or whatever, but they be trying to claim some kind of ethnicity. Or you see, like, you know, your Christina Aguilera types of Hispanic people who are all intents and purposes like European, you know what I mean? If you go for a generation or two or three up their tree, they're Europeans who someone migrated to Central South America, or they were colonized, you know, whatever. Yeah, they coming over, they not worrying about white folk not liking them. They not worrying about the police. Like all the shit you hear in black people in that same cycle and loop, constantly complaining about, and we need a leader again, and da-da-da-da-da. Hispanics ain't doing none of that. They ain't talking about that. They ain't not looking for no Martin Luther King for them. They not looking for no Malcolm X. They not looking for the Hispanic soccer player nigga to come invest in their communities and save the day and save their schools and shit. They just be doing it. It just be regular people doing regular people shit. And it's unified in the sense of, if you're doing it and you're doing it and you're doing it and you're doing it and I'm doing it, we're all doing our part, then it's getting done. You know what I mean? Like, that's the way the community is self-sustaining. If you pick up some trash and I pick up some trash and you do it, and if you don't litter and I don't litter, and da-da-da-da, and if your kids is good and my kids are good, and you know what I mean, if they not breaking in the house and we not breaking in the house and they not, then the joint is good. Like that's all the unity you need. God damn, you don't need a whole, you know what I mean? Like, black people waiting on like magical unity, you know what I mean? And the magical unity is already there. Like, black people are unified in ways that they don't even really get, you know what I mean? Black people can just spontaneously throw on random black music, classic American music, and niggas will start doing the same thing, the same dance on cue, and everybody's on the same beat and shit and the same shit on cue. You know what I mean? These black people don't even have to fucking know each other. They ain't even got to be from the same city. You can get niggas from New York, niggas in LA, niggas in the South. You throw on Frankie Beverly and Maze, niggas will start doing the same shit. You know what I mean? Just automatic. You know what I mean? Bam. That's unification, bro. You know, one nigga will dump from the free throw line and boop, 30 niggas will pop up and dump from the free throw line. You know what I mean? Like, black people are magical in their own way. You know what I mean? Like, motherfuckers will start a trend, will start at this, will start at that. And I say all this because don't shit on that and be like, man, that's just, you know, bullshit. That's just clothes or dancing or entertainment or this or sports or whatever. I'm pointing out the obvious things. Black people are unified in other ways too, but I'm pointing out the obvious way. Hey man, don't shit on that magic that we have, because if it were that easy and that, you know what I mean? Like, if it was that easy and that insignificant, other people could do it. And they wouldn't be so envious of us for being able to do it. You know what I mean? You throw a bunch of white people in a room and throw on some music, everybody's on whatever beat them people is on. You know what I mean? That's just facts. Don't get mad, white people. I mean, y'all know y'all can't dance. Worth a damn. You know. I'm talking to averages here. I know some white people out there that kill. You know, you get your whole Justin Timberlake on, but and you here for it. You want all the smoke on the dance floor with Cedric, but or Ced Rock. You'll battle both of them motherfuckers. You know what I mean? In or out of prime. There's those bad white people, those bad white boys, those bad white girls that just cut up a mean rug. But I'm just talking about on average. You know. You put enough of them in the room, motherfuckers bumping into each other, all off beat, all stepping on each other's shoes and shit, falling over, tripping over their shoelaces. You know how white people dance. Anyway, but white people are unified in other ways. They're unified in the ways that make sense to them and that they become unified on, right? And that's my point with black people. We are unified in our own ways. All right. So back to Hispanics though. Yeah, man, they just coming in. They ain't worrying about oh, we need a leader, we're not unified, and we need to, I don't know, have a bunch of meetings. I don't know what black people expect black people to do, you know what I mean? And they not waiting on you know, the Michael Jordan of Mexico to you know what I mean, or the Oprah. They not waiting on their talented 10th to save them. Like, they just doing it, bro. They just doing it. They come, they'll be 12 in the house if need be, you know, and they real like family oriented that way, that they don't look at it no kind of way, you know. Not all black family this and that, but obviously the black family has been through some shit, you know, through their own hands and greatly at the hands of outside agitators, i.e. the government, yada yada yada. But Hispanics will come in and, you know, the kids can stay as long as they need to. Like, it could be 10 people in there in that house. You know, I don't know how they do it. I ain't trying to necessarily even live like that, the way they doing it. But I respect the way they fucking do it strategically and branch the fuck out. As soon as they all got enough money from the lawn service or the this or the that, the motherfuckers will move next door. Okay, now Jose and them, y'all take the unit next to us or up the street or whatever, and they just keep multiplying and multiplying. Then they calling the other cousin from Mexico, come on up here, you know what I mean? And we got a spot for you. Niggas is not doing that, you know. Niggas come out of jail and got no resources and this and that. Nobody want to take them in. Nobody Now granted, if you out here bullshitting in the world, you out here doing crime and doing that, I mean, yeah, you expect motherfuckers to want to take you in. You ain't about shit. You ain't got shit going on. Which leads me to my next point. Motherfuckers work hard. Motherfuckers work hard. You know?